You guessed it, civilian armor, because I just went to the theaters and saw John Wick, Chapter 2. Grudgingly by the recommendation of Retro, I guess it's one last favor I guess I owe him somewhere down the road. He wanted me to go see this movie first. Long story short, I did see the first movie, the card to Retro's, I guess, Retro review of John Wick Chapter 1. And a very long story short, holy shit, this thing is awesome! Why did you freaking tell me, Retro? Why? Possible kidnapping him plans aside, I might as well get my quick thoughts on the movie because Retro also saw the movie. And I guess he wants to do his non-spoilers version. Or spoilers version, or whatever the hell it is this time. Point matter, that's gonna be better than the report. Long, I guess, winded, short of this review. I like the movie. I've seen clips of a lot of three-gun shooting, one of my own, on a blacklisted Reddit somewhere. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, the plot is pretty simple. It's basically taking place basically days after the first movie. I guess the last loose end, I guess there was with the first movie, is getting his car back. And oh god, he got his car back. Oh boy, did he get his freaking car back. He did over-the-top, very practical-looking, I guess, car stunts. I mean, something you would see at a demolition derby, probably, I don't know, Midwest or some shit like that. That's how the South works, right? Anyway, point is, a lot of credit goes to John Leguizamo for restraining himself for not being an annoying little pest. Yeah, I saw the pest. Retro didn't, but I saw the pest. And I saw you as that Boja lackey. Or violator. The point is, I know Al Simmons, and I'll be looking after you very soon. Having said that, he was just basically a side character from what Retro kinda told me. Yeah. Oh, also, I'm kind of stealing his JDX armor because I don't have my own face mask. What the shit, Retro? Don't decide there. As far as this report, I mean, review goes, I hate being in cities. I gotta find that Bizarro. Anyway. Point is, it's a good movie. The first act is basically any loose ends getting tied up from, Chapter 1. Second act leads into basically betrayal from, I guess, his organization. They're called the High Table. I know I'm probably spoiling, like, how the world works and stuff, but to me, I was trained by Batman. I gotta know the ins and outs of every organization. I mean, for God's sakes, the man is still going after the courthouse to this day. And may or may not have done things to a certain new Robin. No, it's not Duke, in case you're wondering. I'm just a little jealous of Damien sometimes. Just FYI. Point is, I like the movie. Oh boy, do I like the movie. And if Sean Sedera is watching this, though I am rambling just like Retro, I will most likely watch the Lego Batman movie. Anything related to the old man is my turf. Even though he acts and sounds exactly like me. I don't really know what's going on there. But I will somehow force Retro to watch that. It's probably not now, maybe the Blu-ray. Bet on it. I guess, like if you wanted me to see me do that. I don't know. I don't speak YouTube that well. I don't know if you noticed. Anyway, final thoughts for the first two acts. They're really down pat when it comes to the tax shooting. It was a lot more like this with his pistol gripping when it comes to the Kimber 1911. Oh, I'm pretty sure no gun nuts here is going to be spoiled, whatever they have. The Glocks he had, I think the 26 and the 34 looked really beautiful. I want to say almost cast it for the movie. I don't really think it's real deal. Oh, sorry. Nerf life. Real steel ready. I say real deal, Retro. I say it! Doesn't mean I'm crazy. I'm just a guy with a weird, questionable childhood who just so happens to come back from the dead. The points aside about my personal life. Do I like the tax shooting? If you like the nightclub from the first movie, oh, there's a sequel to that. Oh, dear Lord Almighty, there's a sequel to that. It's fucking good. The rest is basically horror mirror shit, something like, I guess, Retro might have covered, if he didn't, in Batman Killing Joke, or otherwise known as When Shit Got Real in His House, and this channel. Anyway, I'm still not bitter with the Joker. I'm not bitter with Jared Leto. No. Another movie for another time. Final rating for my half, because I think Retro's coming up here to basically do his quick non-spoilers review too. It's a 5 out of 5. Oh, screw his if I had to rate it 10 out of 10 system, it's a 5 for me. And, wow. What I mentioned about the three-gun shooting earlier, you will not be disappointed. He still does a lot with the footage was shown when he was training up for the movie. I'm pretty sure Retro's going to cover it a little too with more nerf. Until then, I am the real Nerf Red Hood, and consider this a truce, because this movie's really awesome. Be right back for Retro's thoughts. And man, he's got to get a better remote. Seriously, I could, like, hack this in, like, seconds. What the hell, Retro? And that's just a warning shot.
Yeah, he was kind of joking on that kidnapping thing. He kind of gagged me to go see the movie because we were behind schedule on the channel. So yeah, I guess, again, if anyone knows me, this is probably the closest you're gonna see some skin for the channel. My bad in advance for all, I guess, female subscribers. My bad, in case you don't like it. My scruffy beard aside, what the shit, Jason? I told him to wait. I told him to wait and just be relaxed. Watch the first movie, he did. Freaked out, was three-gun shooting all over my backyard. It was, I mean, as much as I would like to show footage of it, he nearly shot the camera. I had to stop recording like 30 seconds in with like a, I don't know, boatload of SMGs. I couldn't name them all if I wanted to. However, I did see John Wick Chapter 2, and, 2 is, mispronouncing aside. Holy crap, it's good. If he hasn't already carded, I guess, annotations or link in the description for my, review of Chapter 1. And, I know I'm behind. I think like a week or so. March movies I'm going to see are coming up, like Ghost in the Shell and obviously Power Rangers. That's for future movie reviews and vlogs about it. Let's get into the nitty-gritty when it comes to Keanu Reeves, which he hasn't really gotten to depth. For his character, John really looks like he didn't want to do this movie again. Like, character-wise, not Reeves-wise. Reeves-wise is like, oh, I'm in. I'm so in. Oh, I guess a minor spoiler when it comes to... If you saw the trailers that, I guess Lawrence Fishburne is there, despite being kidnapped here, I'm actually just fresh from the movie, seeing it in the theaters. Long story short, Fishburne's character, it's kind of like the poor man's version of, like, the Continental, Triad, or, I think, High Table? Yeah, it was High Table. Why did Red had to beat the crap out of me? Anyway, long story short, when we were in the theater with Red, he was laughing it up. I think he got a vapor, and one of his, like, he snuck a lot of shit in. I mean, if you're that person that sneaks stuff in, like, food and stuff that you don't want to pay for, I'm not judging you, but I would judge you if you did whatever the hell Jason did. Like, he was popping, like, I don't know, flavors and stuff. I'm amazed we still sat through the whole movie. Anyway, I hope it's a kayfabe joke aside. I'm going off a little character there, just in case of safety reasons. And for you to not be breathing down my neck on copyright there. I guess cards to the trailers, because what I say don't really much do justice. I probably will be going non-spoilers as well. Ruby Rose was in this as a mute, either mute or deaf assassin under the Italians' lieutenantship. Basically mini-boss territory. Her and Common were totally mini-bosses. And I really thought Common was gonna, like, stick out as, like, the most wooden character. Nah, turns out none of them were. They were okay. Like, he did his... like, bear wrestling, and there wasn't really much bear wrestling. It was like a Krav Maga, like UFC, like takedowns and counters that you see at a UFC match. Oh dear God, John can totally pull it off. Keanu Reeves, you deserve a lot of credit here in this channel, just by how I look, for basically going out of your way as a 50-year-old man who could knee bar anybody you want. It was knee strikes a lot, mostly I think. Split kicks, not really split, like a roundhouse kind of style, for his martial arts. A lot of headlocks that ended up being a really good headshot. I won't spoil how the fight ensued there. It's part of, like, a lot of the action sequences were very choreographed, very good, for Reeves' age, no less, and anybody like him as a big name actor to go out of the way, either with doubles or whatever. That was really good to be well shot. My only complaint, which is basically nitpicking, is the train sequence when he just got back from Italy after getting burned from his job. I couldn't tell, because I'm a local New York guy. I pretty much know which exact train they're kind of mirroring off of, or they'll just say, the next train's here, because, again, it's a movie cliche, I get that. But holy crap, I gotta give him kudos before I start nitpicking on basically how New York crowds are in a train. You did it perfectly. Like, I'm pretty sure, I think Reeves or one of the cast members must be living here in Manhattan somewhere and just realize, okay, you can't pull a fight scene off in Manhattan trains now. You can't. I mean, it's dirty, it's disgusting, and to clean it up and make it look good for a movie is pretty easy. You just go to Times Square for that. uh, in, I guess, cognito jokes aside when it comes to my whole local town, or who am I kidding, state at this point, it was a good sequence, like, they waited it out, and I think the most comical thing they did, because it was still common in, John going after each other, I think it was, like, his last mini-boss fight before getting into Act 3, was basically they were just walking down, going to the escalators, because I do it all the time when I gotta go on the trains, and, like, they just, this is, like, nonchalantly just have, like, suppressors ready to go, like, kind of stuff. Apologies if my gun sounds kind of suck. If you could believe it was actually better when I was doing Nerf guns with it, when I was dry firing back in the day. Give me a like if you want to hear all my, I guess, top 5 sounds I've done with Nerf guns. It's mostly for play. It's just nothing really for, like, competition stuff to, like, psych out a guy. But yeah, when they were walking down, like, I guess, the next escalator or two down, it was extremely hysterical. Getting into the train, yeah, that was without a doubt accurate. What else? How Common got killed. Spoilers, I mean, he's a lieutenant in a big organization. These guys are gonna die somehow. I won't spoil how Ruby Rose gets killed. It's, very, tuned to, like, her, character being deaf and stuff. It makes a lot of sense. If I misled you, my bad. Put a comment down below if I did. Because I just literally saw this movie, so I have to rewatch a lot of the action sequences. It's very action-heavy, probably a little bit more than, John Wick Chapter 1. Because here's the thing, aside from a really good train scene, the one problem I had with it is there were still, like, a few people left on the train, and they were just like, okay, we're gonna be professional, and we're gonna try to stab each other quietly. That way everybody knows just to get the fuck out the next station. And for spoilers, they did, and non-spoilers thoughts, I guess. People would have put their smartphones up. I'm sorry, I live in New York. I know they would have had their smartphones up. They would have said Black Lives Matter, or God knows what else matters there. I mean, it's the truth. I'm sorry, it's the truth. That's probably going to be a CinemaSins kind of moment for him. Just when I saw the scene, I was like, oh man, CinemaSins is gonna have a field day with all of this traffic and how he got home and stuff and getting hunted now. I won't spoil how it happened. It basically resides to the boss he takes down. And afterwards, he's like, you know what? You're out of the game. We're going to do everything in our power to get you out of the game, but you got to start running. Again, that's minor spoilers on the ending. I won't exactly say how it went down. If I'm bleeding into the spoilers, my bad in advance. Go see the movie. If I had to rate it, definitely 10 out of 10. Without a doubt, I guess Red probably did a 5. So, I guess all that said, this is Retro Kid Reviews, and I gotta go find a mag for this, and make, I guess, Jason babysit RJ for a week. Till then, I'd probably already, if I screwed up the footage here, this is probably gonna be first. The Toku stuff I mentioned, in my camera, on my bad in advance, is gonna be afterwards. My Q Ranger reviews there, it's just episode 1 for now. It's gonna bleed into some, Toku news at first. Having all said that, I gotta get a mag, and, have a good night, guys. Or day, because, apparently New York just wanted to act like spring a little early. Global warming, huh? Anyway, take care, and, subscribe.
Okay, you and me are gonna go down. Alright, look, I'm sorry for the dog stuff. I mean, I lunged a sword at him. My bad in advance. You're bad in advance? Ben, don't do it. Seriously. Clone of him, don't do it. I'm gonna do it. Well, why not? Who in the hell are you? The real Nerf Red Hood. You want to join my outlaws, since I lost one of my own? I'll consider it. But you should have talked about it. You! Wait, really? He owes me money! Well, I might agree to it. Well, that's good. Now, what do we do with you over here? Oh god! Hashtag Dead Lives Matter! Clones and all! This is a bad deal. And if you like the channel and this is the end card, what are you doing? Go to the previous video, and I guess Red Hood's playlist. With all that said, I am the superior Spider-Man. And I will one day be better than him. Really, you're just gonna go there. And yeah, this is Pete, and I'll see you guys at Homecoming. The hell's a Homecoming? Man, he has like the weirdest titles for his books. Honestly. And I'm his clone.